What's up? I'm not sayingers. I'm not saying YouTube, Mike and Screen Productions. Got a million more on the way.
Yeah. So, hi, I'm Mark Jones at BlackStang1302.
I'm John Golem at _John_the_G.
Too many underscores.
Too many.
Yeah. So we just wanted to. It's still it's spring training.
Yeah.
As of right now.
Almost over.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Two more weeks.
It's getting there. The fantasy baseball draft is fast approaching, and nowhere prepared for that. So.
Yeah.
But
Same here.
We're going to talk about.
I've got like two guys I know I want. Other than that,
nowhere prepared. I mean, we'll get to the fantasy news in a later video. But what I wanted to talk about now was the free agency and why are free agents not signing?
Yeah, I mean we still got Keuchel and Kimbrel on the market, two of the most sought after free agents.
What should be the most sought after free agents?
What should be is right.
Kimball for sure.
What should be is right.
Kimball for sure.
Keuchel won the Cy Young like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. The same year as Jake Arrieta, and Jake Arrieta, it took him forever to sign.
Yes.
But, and then, let's not forget, a former what, Cy Young winning? Former Cy Young winning. Closer that won the Cy Young.
I don't think that ever happened.
No, I know he won Rookie of the Year as a closer.
Did he?
On Atlanta.
I think you're right.
Atlanta should re-sign him personally. But that's another video, okay?
Yeah.
We're just going to talk about why they're not signing. And why did it take forever for Bryce Harper, a generational talent, along with Manny Machado, but second tier to Bryce Harper, why did it take so long for them to sign?
Yeah. So, anyways, what do you have to say about that? What do you think these reasons are?
Now, I heard multiple experts, and, I can't really say experts, because...
experts.
They work on they work at the 4-letter network, so they don't know what they're talking about. Okay, they have no idea. Plus, they hardly even cover baseball.
They really don't. They cover basketball and celebrities who happen to be athletes,
and the Dallas Cowboys.
And
whatever New York team made news that week.
Yeah,
just about it. And you'll. But anyways, so what they were saying, this was going into the 2018 season, the 2018 off season. Big name players like Jake Arrieta. Help me out. Who was it? Yu Darvish. Who else was there?
JD Martinez.
JD Martinez, who was like runner up for MVP.
Yeah, and he didn't sign till like right before,
like a week before the season started.
Yeah,
I don't think he logged any spring training.
No,
it was
maybe a week.
And that's a couple at bats. I don't know. I'd have to do a deeper dive to remember because we're what 2 years out really, right? Because this is going into the second season. But anyways, a complete year. Like this time last year, he still was a free agent. But anyways, so what I was hearing mostly on the 4-letter network. Was that teams were saving up to make big splashes in the following season with free agents like Josh Donaldson, former MVP, Dallas Keuchel, who we already mentioned, former Cy Young winner, Bryce Harper, and Manny Machado, huge names, along with an even huger name in my opinion, Bartolo Colon. I mean, that's just a big guy.
Yeah, huge guy. Huge guy.
And he is very hungry.
He needs the money because he needs the food.
Yeah, he's got to keep his weight up, otherwise doctors see him unfit.
Yeah.
But anyways...
and he's got to get the money, too, so that he can buy more sweatshirts to put on.
Do you recall Bartolo Colon's slowest round the bases in MLB history when he hit the home run?
It was on his first home run in his age 40-something season. I need this mic closer to me, even though this mic isn't even connected to anything. So you can see this right here. We just like the mic.
The mic is in the screen.
The mic is in the screen. It happens to be right here.
But anyways, and so as we saw this offseason, it took them, forever to sign until after February 9th to sign.
Yeah.
Now, and in previous years, like Zach Greinke, he signed first day.
soon as free agency began, he was on the Diamondbacks. Nobody expected
it, especially those on the 4-letter network.
Yeah. And so, why aren't free agents like that anymore? Brian?
Why does the 4-letter network never get things right? But anyways, yeah. And then the next day, David Price signed. Huge.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
From the Blue Jays to the Red Sox, the Blue Jays were actually a better team at the time, but the Red Sox were like, you know what? We'll give you this huge offer. We've got young Mookie Betts, young Xander Bogaerts, young Jackie Bradley Jr.,
LeBron James of baseball,
and we're about to be a good team. But more than that, we're gonna give you the money. We're gonna give you the money that you want and the money that we think you deserve. You're getting that. You're signing with us.
Let us also not forget that the year before they signed Pablo Sandoval, huge, and Hanley the Manly Ramirez, huge. These were first week signings.
Neither of those
sought after free agents.
Neither of those two happen to be on the team anymore.
Neither of them really lived up to the money.
Yes.
I mean, Hanley had like a good, and the time he was there, one good season over the course of like 3-4 seasons.
Yeah, like everything put together because he had like a few different good stretches.
And Pablo, that's another guy that just liked to eat.
Yes.
I mean, if we could make a team, if you make a fantasy team this year, and we'll get to this in probably another video, but if you could get Pablo and Big Sexy on the same team, you got a high food bill.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah. So it took forever for Manny to sign. He finally signed with the Padres for 10 years, $300 million.
I don't like that, but yes, he did.
Yeah. Which everybody expected that's what he would get. So he was like holding out, waiting for the best offer, and the best offer to the table.
The one offer that he wanted finally came. He was like, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna sign it.
And we saw that that Bryce Harper, he was just waiting for Manny to sign to see what the market was.
Yeah, and he like Bryce Harper. It turned out he wasn't necessarily looking for the most money per year because he had an offer that was like 3 years. With like $45 million per year from the Dodgers, he was just looking for the most amount of guaranteed years that he could get.
Yeah, I mean he just wanted the security, and no opt out, which was very surprising.
Yeah, because he said the reason is he wants the team that signs him to be as serious as possible. Just try to get to the championship as quickly as hell, and they have him guaranteed, they have him locked, and while they have him, they want to try to make a run and win it all.
Now, Josh Donaldson went from the Blue Jays to Atlanta. That did happen very quick. It wasn't like the first week, but he was one of the first guys off the board. But Atlanta, they knew they had a hole at third base, and they said, hey, this guy's very good, or at least very capable. He's got some injury history. But
it was also kind of in a way like a 1-year prove-it deal type too.
Yeah,
just because he's been kind of injured the last couple of seasons. Before that, he won MVP. I think that was the same year Keuchel won Cy Young. We were already talking about that.
And Jake Arrieta won the Cy Young.
Jake Arrieta did as well.
Yes, and he the year before took forever to sign. But yeah, so really, I mean, is it teams just don't want to pay because there's more money in baseball than in any other sport? Look at these contracts these guys are signing.
So you want to kind of know my like what I'm thinking right here. So
what are you thinking, John?
So what I happen to be thinking is that I got you. The reason that teams just like don't want to sign people is because teams want to get like a better look at some of their prospects. Even though these guys may not be like good caliber prospects, they may not be half the prospects.
Give them a chance.
Yeah, but even still, going into the season, they might not be half the prospect that these free agents were
Big
at a period of time. But the thing is that there does happen to be a luxury tax in baseball, and plus like teams are the MLB teams are businesses. It's a team, like you want to get as many wins as possible, but you also want to like generate the revenue, and one way to like get money in your pocket is by saving money on players. And some teams would just rather teams being known for this, like the Rays, the Pirates, the White Sox.
The Rays and the Pirates and the Miami Marlins are...
Marlins.
I mean, out of that list of teams, I mean, you could throw the Blue Jays up there too. The Pirates are the best team of the bunch over the last 10 years, and these are bottom feeder teams for the most part.
Yeah.
But And I understand what you're saying about revenue.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. But I also
yeah.
disagree. I apologize. I also disagree because who's number one in jersey sales? Bryce Harper. I don't like the number 3 he chose. I didn't like that at all. And then guess who's number 2? Manny Machado, San Diego Padres. So there would be...
you can get the money back.
You're getting the money back.
You get the money back,
So,
which is why that would be like a good business decision to sign those. Unfortunately, teams such as my White Sox couldn't hop on that, couldn't like get the mental picture that, look, we'd be able to get enough Manny Machado's money back. Plus, we get
put more
bigger share of
more
Machado.
butts in the seats.
We wouldn't lose out money on fans being like, screw it, we're not going to go to games. We'd have a lot of Chicago back. But you know what? Jerry Reinsdorf and the rest of our ownership was like, you know what? We'll still try to get him at a bargain. That obviously didn't work.
It wasn't a bargain because they still
they offered him a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it wasn't what he asked for.
More money than we'll ever see in our lifetime.
Oh yeah,
It combined,
unfortunately,
doubled over.
Hey, unless this channel takes over, do we have a Patreon in the link? Let's get one. If not,
we're putting it in the link. It's in progress.
All right,
but yeah. So,
anyways, as I was gonna say though, I'm sorry. But one big thing is that, like the league minimum salary for like rookies and prospects who just get called up is like slightly over $500,000. I think it's like $507.50.
Yeah, I believe if you get a call up, no matter what point in the season, they hand you $500,000.
Yeah, it's like slightly over, but versus whereas if you sign a player to like a minor league deal, like a veteran to a minor league deal, and they make it up, it's over $1 million.
Yeah. So, I mean, we don't really have an answer for why free agents are.
And if teams think like, oh, this guy in the minors could provide like almost as much production as this guy who I'm gonna have to sign like a bigger deal for, why not just see what I have in my system?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's more that Moneyball effect.
Yes.
Brad Pitt style. But yeah, I mean, there's no real true answer. I mean, Bryce Harper, Manny Machado, they were both what, 23, 24? I mean, they're entering the primes of their career. They're already some of the best players in the league.
They're both 26, and they're both on the track to future Hall of Famers. And how often is it that you see a 26-year-old beginning the prime of his career?
The last person I can remember, was Jason Hayward. Now that didn't pan out the way the money went, but he's still a very good MLB player.
Yeah. I mean, Robbie Cano was something like that as well. But he's been, for the most part, he's been good. But he's not on the team anymore because they were able to get rid of him.
Okay, so now we just got a question for you. Do you think next year will be the same? Will the
MLB change the rules?
Yeah, in the next CBA after next season.
Yeah.
Will MLB go on strike next season?
They've got to do something.
But yeah, so do you think the CBA needs to change? Will MLB go on strike next year? And will Dallas Keuchel and Corey Kluber be on the team? These are answering below.
Craig Kimbrell.
Craig Kimbrell, yes. We'll answer below. Thanks.
I can't do it.